Okay, it is 12:01. So what I'm going to have you do is just from start to finish walk me through kind of as you guys are driving there, why you were going in that area, and then just walk me through what happened. I'm going to be writing while you're doing it, and then I'll ask you questions just to kind of clarify after.
Sure. It was probably approximately about 9:15 to 9:20. We were driving up to Pennsylvania for a press conference that started at 10 o'clock. We were driving down the street of, I think it's Alvarado, turning eastbound on Central.
And do you remember, were you coming north or south on Alvarado?
We were driving southbound.
Southbound? Okay. And you were coming up to Central?
Yes, there was a stop sign.
Okay.
At the stop sign on my left, there is Tiwa Hotel.
Okay.
There was multiple people in that area. I noticed that two individuals were having an exchange of words that you could see it was getting a little confrontational between a black male subject who was probably between middle 20s, early 30s, having words with another individual who was a white male individual, probably 40s, a little shorter, probably about 5'5" or so. As they were getting closer, they kind of started fighting a little bit, exchanging words. The white individual went up to the black individual, went like this to his pants, where they started kind of exchanging words again, where the black individual then walked towards the white individual, kicking him, kicked his leg up to try to kick him. And then, and we're at the stoplight at this time, so I could see all of this happening. And then as we were turning to go towards east, saw the white guy pull out a gun, heard a shot fire. I told Chief Medina, gun, and then we were in the turning. At that point, I was looking just at the people in that area as people started leaving. I did not see the other car that we made impact with.
Okay.
At the time, we were struck. We turned around. I hit my head. No airbags got deployed. We assessed everybody, me and him were fine. The black individual who was in that confrontation walked across the street, approached our vehicle on the driver's side, told Chief Medina, hey, I'm okay, I didn't get shot, and then started leaving. Chief Medina told him, hey, have a seat, stay here, we need to talk to you, and he just continued to leave. At that point, I got out of the vehicle. I went to the vehicle that had been struck. I checked on that individual. I told him to stay in the vehicle. He was on the phone, I think, with 911. Got on the phone, told him where he was, told him the injuries that I had seen, and told him that we need rescue immediately. Rescue went over to that area, probably within 5-7 minutes. Okay. And then got him. We could not get him out of the vehicle because the car had impact on the driver's side. So he stayed in that vehicle. During that time, as I was walking to that vehicle, the black suspect who got shot at, I also told him, hey, can you stay right here? Don't leave. And he said, yeah, I'm just going to go to the corner. And I mean, he was walking towards that next street on, I don't remember the street name, right next to O'Reilly. And I saw him walk down that street, and then I lost visual contact with him only because I was with the individual who was in the vehicle whose vehicle got struck.
Okay. I'm just going to go back. The black male that you were talking about, You said he was in his 20s to 30s. How tall do you think he was?
He was probably about 5'9", 5'10", slimmer built, black clothing he was wearing.
What about his hair? Short, long?
I don't remember his hair specifically.
Sure. Do you remember any facial hair or anything that he might have had?
No.
No? Okay. Tattoos, anything like that?
No, he was covered
Okay.
with his clothing.
And then the white male you said was in his 40s, around 5'5". Do you remember what he was wearing?
He was wearing a baseball cap, is all I remember.
Okay.
Like I said, I noticed he was a little shorter than the black guy because when they were starting to kind of have that confrontation. And I can't remember if he had a beard or not. I don't remember
Sure.
that. It just happened really quick.
And I know you said he had a baseball cap on. Did he have long hair that was coming out of the baseball hat or short hair? Do you remember?
I think it might have been a little longer,
Okay.
tied back. Might have been wearing jeans.
Okay. And do you remember a color of shirt? No, that's okay. Okay, so you said that you are, and I'm just going to go back, driving south on Alvarado. You're at the stop sign to go east onto Central, correct? Now, you said to your left was the Tiwa, and that there were multiple people in the area. Where exactly were these males when you first saw them?
Right on the corner of Alvarado, right by the hotel. There's a corner right there, and that all of the individuals were all right there. They were all before you cross the street light, so they're
and
right there by me.
And the hotel that we're talking about is the Tiwa.
The Tiwa.
Okay. Okay. Now you said that they start arguing, and you see the white male kind of grab at his waist. Did you see a firearm when he grabbed at the waist? Just that he grabbed at
Yeah,
his
just
waist?
kind of like this. They were exchanging the words, and then that's when the black individual went back towards him, kicked him, and then I saw the weapon, and then we heard shots fired, and then I told Chief Medina, weapon, gun,
Okay. Do you remember how many shots you heard?
one.
Just one? Okay. And I know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Which one of the two males had the firearm?
The white individual that
Okay.
was facing towards me, which would be eastbound.
Okay.
So because I was in the vehicle here, the black suspect was here facing him, white individual was here, fired his weapon towards the vehicle.
Okay. And the African American male that you were speaking of, was he still outside on the corner when he was shot at?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think he got stunned and he was like, what happened?
Okay.
And then that's when he started leaving as we hit impact. That's why I'm assuming he crossed the street and told us he didn't get hit.
Okay. Okay. And then, do you remember? Was there anybody else that you can recall that was standing there that witnessed it, that stayed on scene?
None of them.
None of them. Okay.
None of the individuals that were in that area, and then as the two suspects individuals were having exchange of words, a lot of them started moving down the street. So but there was still multiple people there.
Okay.
From my understanding, there was people inside the restaurant who heard the gunfire and then also saw the accident.
Okay.
But that's all I know that kind of stayed on scene.
Gotcha.
As far as knowing who was there. But it was the people inside that restaurant across the street from Tiwa.
Okay. And then, so you guys are basically headed south and you're making a left-hand turn east? Is that correct?
Yes.
As you guys start to turn, which side of the street are the subjects on?
They're on the...
That's okay.
So where Tiwa is, that's where they were.
Okay.
So I don't know what side of the street we're talking about, but
Okay.
that would... But
So
we're...
if you're in the passenger seat and you're south and then you're turning east to go onto Central, are they on the left-hand side of you or the right-hand side of you?
The left-hand side, the driver, my side.
Okay.
I'm sorry, passenger side, not the driver's side, the passenger side. Because Chief Medina is on the driver's side turning, eastbound because he's driving. I'm right here next to,
And they're
next,
on your
and
side.
they're right there on my side.
Perfect. Okay.
The restaurant is on Chief Medina's side, Tiwa is on the passenger side.
Okay, perfect. What I'm gonna have you do, I was gonna say have you draw it, but I think I may, actually, yeah. I know that it probably seems silly. Oh, yes, thank you. Can I just have you draw the intersection and then just put where you saw the two males? Thank you.
There's like a box or something where all of the individuals were standing right here. So did you want me to draw
Yeah.
the people? Okay. So
You can just put where the males were, the two males.
can I have the amazing writing? Here's the truck.
Perfect.
So I hope that
Yes.
it's chicken scratch, but at least you kind
No,
of
and
can have an
that's
idea.
perfect. And the only reason that I have you do this is because the other half of our unit, they're out there right now, so that way I can go back and show them, hey, this is where it was at. That way we have, if we can get any video cameras, anything like that, which they're already working on. But just so that way I can do that. Can I have you just initial it and date it? I apologize.
Do you want the color directions up there at all?
Yeah, if you can just put like north on it, which direction would be north?
So this is east.
That's towards the mountain.
Yeah, he's turning
Perfect.
towards the mountain
So
on
down would be north.
central.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we were facing north, right?
You're facing south.
South,
Facing
south,
yeah.
yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. Did you by chance see where the white male went after?
No,
Okay. All right. And then the vehicle of the male that you went and checked on, do you remember what color that vehicle was?
like a silver, and it's a classic Mustang. I think the front license plate he had was Mustang, so he must have been part of a Mustang club.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Perfect. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry that you think you're-
No, not at all.
hopefully